Hey guys, what's up? Liru the Lance Corporal here. Now, before I get into anything else, I just want to say in the description below, I've got a copy to a mega download, which has the latest version of the Star Wars mod. It was recently updated within about 12 hours of it being taken down to the DMCA. Unknown, I don't know whether or not it was taken down due to the DMCA or if it's put on a hold period or, if it was taken down by the authors. However, I do know when it's taken down by the author, usually Steam goes into your computer or your workshop mod folder and deletes it. However, I've checked and the mods are still there, so I think it's DMCA that's putting the mod on hold for the moment. So I've got 3 interesting theories to how this was taken down, but once again, I've got a link in the description below because it was only up for 4.5 days. So if you still needed to download the mod, I've got you covered. We've got a bunch of people that made backup copies, and, we'll take care of you, alright? I knew this was coming, so I just wanted to make sure everyone would be covered so they could enjoy this crazy, awesome mod. So, let me get into just 3 theories I have for why this thing was DMCA'd. The first one, I already talked about this in an initial Rage video, DMCA or EA. However, that's not the strongest theory in my opinion, because if you were to go on Steam right now, you would see that the Star Wars map mod that was released with the Star Wars main mod is still there. No DMCA, no nothing, it wasn't touched. If I were EA or Disney, I'd wipe all of it. Because, it's all my intellectual property, and for those of you that corrected me on my comment section saying it's not internet property, I knew that it was just me misspeaking in the moment, and I do apologize for that. So, intellectual property. But, I would have taken out both mods. So, why wouldn't I have taken out both mods? Because they're both clearly Star Wars, they're clearly infringing on my intellectual property. So, this DMCA had to be the focus of something else, which goes into my next 2 theories. And the second one was talked about a lot in the comments section, and I want to bring it to light. BHI, Blue Harvest Interactive, which is the company that made Imperial Assault, is another culprit for the DMCA takedown. And it's because the assets that were in Imperial Assault that were publicly released, the Scout Trooper, the DC-17 blaster, a few other assets. What the DMCA behind this takedown would be is those assets were used also in this mod that was publicly released, and thus the DMCA was given. And it doesn't help that apparently after the DMCA was released, that all their social media went private. Whether or not that was an admission of guilt or the fact that the studio didn't want to, take any blame, it's entirely up for debate, because we don't know. But if I were a company that worked on a Star Wars mod that I pulled the plug on, and then I saw another company release a full version of the mod with all the assets that I wanted to originally put in, I might be pissed off and entitled to DMCA that mod. Even if it's bogus, it can still attract the attention of someone like Disney, the actual people that own the intellectual property, and then they can put in the real DMCA. So it's a strategy behind it, but really? Why would someone do that? I mean, if that were to ever get out publicly, you're basically fucking yourself in terms of your reputation, because everyone's going to go, oh, you're the guys that did that, you're the guys that ruined it for everybody. I don't think they'd be able to risk it. That's because that's their public image, but, anything's possible. But the Arma 3 modding community is, there's a lot of it, I'd say about a good 80% of it, is actually really nice and really open about things. Other 20% I don't talk about, but they're pretty friendly people. They're pretty open, and, they do a lot of talking with people. I'm not including YouTubers. I'm just saying modders, okay? Modders. YouTubers are a different story. But, yeah, that's, second really likely possibility. It's BHI getting revenge. The third one, and this one I've actually recently heard about to some contacts that have a lot of friends in the modding industry. Apparently, all the big modders actually took bets on how quickly it would be taken down. But apparently, there was an Arma 2 mod that was released. And this mod apparently rips assets directly from it and puts it into this mod. Tracing back some of the files, that is also entirely possible. Some of them texture-wise do look a little, Arma 2-y, if you can even call it that. But hey, I don't know the exact sourcing of these mods. But I also know that, especially going back to the BHI thing, comparing the looks between the files at the very least, the Scout Troopers look different, the Blasters look slightly different, everything looks altered, you know, to be its own unique model for what they're trying to model it off of, you know what I mean? So, if there is a DMCA, it's either going to be from a direct ripoff, or it's going to be from, someone like Disney themselves. Otherwise, everything else wouldn't make sense to how the DMCA was filed in the first place. Because I would hope that to do a DMCA on Valve, you'd have to submit sufficient evidence. And it would have to be proved via, like, the files, the file size, and everything in between. But then again, I'm no expert in that process, and I know how easy it is to fucking DMCA something on YouTube, so who knows. But anyway, guys, 3 theories right there. Could have been Disney and EA, could have been BHI for Revenge, or it could have been a previous mod developer for Arma 2, and they were actually completely ripped from it. But regardless, at the end of the day, who gives a fuck? I've got the mod right here. Feel free to take it. It's a lot of fun. We're going to still do it on Wednesdays with our Tier 2 player base, because as you can see, this is a clusterfuck. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for your time. Go operate operationally, and take care, and have a lovely day or night. Peace.